What's up guys, today I'll be teaching you how to do all types of wall hops on PC and mobile. And if you don't want to learn, then just stay around to see what level your skill is. So this is a normal wall hop. First of all, you have to make sure you have shift lock enabled. Move towards the wall while pressing the jump button. You flick your screen as soon as your character reaches the highest point of its jump. Since we can't always see how high our jump is, we make a rhythm to it in our mind, based on the previous jumps. Now you want to flick your camera 45 degrees to the right or to the left, and immediately move your camera back to where you were facing. Now this one is a more simple wall hop because you have more lines to wall hop on, but you still have to reach the highest part of your jump. Now here you do anything you would do on a wall hop because it's exactly the same. Now on this one you have to jump from the first wall hop to the second one using rhythm. Some people think they might fall so they wall hop too quickly, but if you do that you're guaranteed to fall. Now this one is similar to the normal wall hop, but instead you're moving your thumbstick either diagonally or right or left depending on the side where you're going. Now this one, while you're flicking your camera, you don't turn it back to where it was, but to the direction of the next wall. Now we're gonna put what we learned to the test. So this is a vertical wall hop, then a horizontal one, then a vertical one, and yeah, that's it. So first you have to make sure that you're close to the white line sticking out. And now on the second jump, instead of facing back immediately, you want to turn your camera slowly. So in that way, it brings you to the next wall. So you can see immediately after I flick, I turn my camera to the direction I want to go to. So in that way, it brings me there, instead of facing back to the place I was facing to at the beginning. Here you want to move your thumbstick upward in small movements. This is just precision. If you're starting out with wall hops, I suggest don't flick your camera too fast and concentrate on the rhythm. Now this is everything you're gonna learn in medium. These are the simple ones. This is a thin vertical, which you learn later. Then this is a ladder flick, which you should know by now. Then a falling wall hop, and the Headhitter wall hop. You're gonna learn all these through medium. Now for this one, only one of your legs are on the wall hop. So you have to time it perfectly and then go on the straight line. And you have to jump up straight, otherwise it might be confusing. And you flick very fast. Now you have to get your legs on top of the diagonal line because there are no straight lines. And you have to go perfectly straight up, like this. So now you also want to flick very fast, even though it's a bit slow right now for the tutorial, so that way you don't need to think much of the rhythm. Also, if you fail to jump straight, at least go to the left side because the right side is the biggest part of the triangle, which you can't jump on, unless you're too far to the right, in which case you can't go to the left. Here, as soon as I wall hop from the first one, I turn my camera around while wall hopping. Make sure your thumbstick faces diagonally to the next line you want to go to, either if it's left or right. Now you need to get to the edge of the line so you can get to the next line. And flick very fast as well. You can go to 135 to find the exact same advice to do this obstacle. As you can see, my thumbstick goes right and up, just like the staircase. And you also have to flick very fast, but obviously with the correct timing. Now you can't move too much in this, so it's all about precision. You move your thumbstick only when you have to and wall hop only when you have to, but it's very light movements. Again, your legs don't have to be exactly aligned with the yellow line, but just make sure it's somewhere around there. Now this is where you're considered a good wall hopper. As you can see, we have some difficult jumps now. Now we have a cylinder wall hop. Then we have a round wall hop. Because this is a thin wall hop, instead of walking towards the wall, you have to flick your thumbstick every time you wall hop. Think of it as if you're hugging the wall while climbing it. On this one, I circled the thumbstick to show you that I flick it only when I wall hop, and I flick very fast. Now while you're falling, you have to make sure that as soon as you see the lines touching your avatar, you flick. And then you don't face back, you face to the next wall, and then you wall hop, as if you jumped off a platform. A cylinder is a bit more difficult. As you can see, I'm moving my camera like a circular movement while wall hopping. In between each wall hop, I move my camera slightly like that. All you do here is just move your thumbstick back as soon as you reach the 45 degrees. Then while you're going to face forward, your thumbstick goes forward as well. It sounds hard, but all you really have to do is just pull your thumbstick back and then front at the same time you wall hop. It's advisable to wait even a millisecond after you've done a full jump, so that way you have more time to wall hop. This one is very hard because you need to flick your thumbstick precisely as soon as you wall hop, and you need to stay very stable while flicking fast. So the only advice I can give you for this, separated from the other stud horizontals, is to remember not to get confused and flick faster than you should. So use rhythm for this. If you can do the thinnest vertical, then you can most probably do this. So again, you flick very lightly, and it's recommended to also flick your thumbstick with. Here you have to perfectly land on the second head hitter to get the third one. So you jump on the first one, then as soon as you touch the second one correctly, you go back and you touch the head hitter. So you wall hop next to the stick while facing it and turning around in a circular movement. Now here you don't want to be on the edge of the laser because you want to avoid it as much as possible, and treat it the same as the previous one. This one you just move a bit. And now you wall hop normally here and you get up. So see how I'm facing the wall while I'm walking towards it and turning on shift lock. Okay, so the blue line in front of us is where the wall hop is. We want to try to push ourselves out, and now that part of your head is stuck in between the wall, push it just a bit with your thumbstick so that it flings you, and you wall hop on the next one.